Okay, he's a football player in high school, gets injured, has a back issue, and comes home one day and says, Dad, I'm going to go for the track and field team. I'm going to throw the javelin, which we knew nothing about. So here's a guy that studied javelin throwing, watched every video, studied the aspects, studied the physics of throwing, and decided he's going to break records in New Jersey. Well, we were all for it. He ended up doing that. He ended up becoming the top 5 thrower in the state of New Jersey. Broke the school record by 30 feet. Woo! After his junior year, he decides this could be a trail to college for him. We start looking at schools. Penn State was looking at him. Cincinnati actually pretty much recruited him. We drive to Cincinnati. We didn't really like Cincinnati. On the way back from Cincinnati, we basically say, why don't you try Ohio State? We're driving to Columbus. That's a huge school. I don't know if we're going to get in. Sends a YouTube video. Coach Manning takes the video, looks at the video, and says, this Jersey boy may have some good throws in him. So we meet Coach Manning, and he ends up offering a small scholarship to come to Ohio State. So he becomes a Buckeye. I've never been in the state of Ohio. I don't think he was in the state of Ohio before that. Comes down here. The funny story was the first time we get down here, is I take my son Greg and Will, we take a trip down to Ohio to move him into his first dorm room. And the RA at the dorm sees us moving in, and Will, I think, hair is slicked back. He still had the earrings in his ear. And the guy says to him, he says, "You from New Jersey?" And Will says, "Yeah." He goes, "That makes you a Guido." So that's the first interaction you have in Ohio State. So Will takes it. He takes javelin throwing very serious. I dropped him off at 160 pounds. In a couple months, I saw him come back at about 199 pounds, and put on a lot of muscle. And he goes out and wins his first 5 meets as a freshman. I do a whole article about him, write-up article. But he gets injured after his freshman year. And he has to go for Tommy John surgery. I thought he was going to be done with his career. Al Wilson would go for the surgery and rehab for a year, red shirt. Okay. Red shirts, comes back, starts throwing even stronger, tears it again. I'm thinking this is it. This is it for him. I mean, he loves the sport. Injuries are taking him down. So he says, "Dad, I'm going to throw one more time. I'm going to save for the Big Ten championship. 3 months down the road, I can work through this." He's got a torn UCL. Okay, the proudest moment for me as a father was Coach Bethia calls me and says, "You know what?" He goes, "I'm going to let Will throw. I'm really passionate about this. I'm going to let him throw in the Big Ten." So we go down there for the Big Ten championship, and Coach Bethia calls me over for a meeting and says, "I would never let an athlete go out there and throw with an injured arm." He says, "But your son is so passionate, has the drive and the pride and the competitiveness, I'm going to let him throw." And you know what? As a dad, that was the best part of my life. That was his career. So I just want to say that this kid made me proud. And I know in his future years, his sports are going to parallel what he does in life. That's my son Willy.
Willy.
All right? And also he kept the braids on, which is good. He's graduating tomorrow. Cheers to Will.